We're ready. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I would like to call the December 19th, 2024 Board of Adjustments meeting to order. Jessica, will you take the roll?
Steve Matheson, Susan Whitehead,
Here.
Nikki Bishop, Rich Livingood,
Here.
Stephanie Steffen.
Here. Okay, we need to approve the minutes of the
December 3rd.
December 3rd special meeting.
Okay, motion made to approve those minutes.
Second the motion.
Pull the board. Oh, yeah, you still.
Yep.
Yeah.
Susan Whitehead,
Yes.
Rich Livingood,
Yes.
Stephanie Steffen.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I will explain how we'll conduct the meeting. First, the city will give a brief description of the case, and then we will take testimony from the applicant and anyone who wishes to speak on the matter. Please come to the podium and give your name and address. If you plan to give testimony, please raise your right hand to be sworn in. Just from there, I'll swear you in, and then, yeah.
If you plan to speak tonight,
We
basically.
want to identify.
Yeah,
Mr.
you just want
Matt.
to raise your right hand, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You want to put Steve on the record as here?
Steve Masson here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, let me swear you in. I solemnly affirm that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you. Okay, the first item on the agenda this evening is BA 2424. The applicant is requesting a dimensional variance in the shopping center zone to operate a drive-through car wash at 1753 and 1701 Monmouth Street in Newport. This is requested by Kern & Kern Holdings LLC. Jessica, would you like to give us an overview of this case?
So the SC zone requires a 50-foot rear and side yard setback, and due to the shape of the lot and the proximity that this lot has to Monmouth Street, it's kind of infeasible to meet those setback requirements. So they're essentially asking for a variance to just be 15 feet from the side property line.
Okay. Should we go ahead and consider, I saw one thing on there that said there was 45 feet on one, so we should go ahead and get a 5-foot variance for the other area?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, thank you. All right. Would the applicant or their attorney like to address the board?
Good evening, Madam Chair. David Johnson with Doug Law, appearing for the applicant. We have, on behalf of the applicant, Eddie Kern. The proposal is relatively straightforward. The operation of the car lot is, I believe, consistent with the character of this zone. The purpose of the requested dimensional variance is to allow for appropriate counterclockwise flow of traffic to run behind the proposed facility, leaving sufficient room for parking. The current setback requirement makes it infeasible to comply with. So we're asking for that 15 feet behind the proposed structure and 45 feet on the south side, which would be fronting the Baby Coffee parcel. And beyond that, I'm just open to answer your questions.
I don't have any questions. I don't think that is a significant variation from the code requirements.
I guess, did anyone have any questions regarding, the ingress or egress, or any, thinking that there might be any issues?
Not that I see.
I do see that there's parking. Is this a self-service type thing, or no? It's not a self-service. Would you like to address the board?
It's,
If you could just give your name and your address real quick, but for the record.
Eddie Kern, 2470 Weber Road.
Thank you.
It's an express wash. Pull up, pay, drive through, 3 backs. That's it.
It's not Mike's, right?
No,
Mike's,
No.
Mike's Car Wash. Okay.
Okay, well, that's,
I can say it's better.
Get some books at Christmas. I don't have any more questions.
I don't have any questions. No following.
Yeah,
Are you getting your car washed?
I am. I'm looking through and seeing how it all flows.
Yeah. Looks like a good flow.
So all those spots then are where you're gonna be able to
Vacuum.
vacuum and stuff, yeah.
And some of them are employee parking.
Okay, great.
Oh, okay, okay. Well,
That's wonderful. Well, welcome to the city and thank you.
Okay, thank you.
all right, thank you.
All right, we are making a motion to approve case number BA 24-24, granting a dimensional variance for 15-foot rear yard setback based on evidence and testimony presented during this hearing. The board has found that the dimension variance is in conformance with the intent of the zoning regulations. Additionally, the proposed setback will preserve, not harm the public safety and welfare, and will not injure the essential character of the neighborhood. And we also are noting too the 45-foot,
So the 5-foot variance. for
5-foot
that.
variance on both sides and rear. So I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
I second the motion.
Will you poll the board?
Steve Matheson,
Yes.
Susan Whitehead,
Yes.
Rich Livingood,
Yes?
Stephanie Stephen.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our second case this evening is BA 24-25. The applicant is requesting a conditional use permit in the Central Business District to operate an Airbnb at 639 Dayton Street in Newport. This is requested by Alice McIntosh.
Quick summary is this is just a short-term rental property and it's located in the CBD zone, which does not permit short-term rentals, but it is listed as a conditional use.
Okay, would you like to address the board? And please state your name and address for the record.
Hi, my name's Alice McIntosh, and I live at 639 Dayton Street or Avenue, depending on, but, yeah, I, bought my house originally over 2 years ago for a use that I no longer need, and so I am hoping to get an Airbnb license for it, so I can keep my home and then relocate to somewhere else in Newport.
So you won't live in the home at all? The whole entire building would
Yes.
become the Airbnb?
Yes.
So, if I can ask, how many guests would you expect to accommodate in your home?
At least 10. There's, at least 4 bedrooms, so at least 10.
Okay,
And then the yard, or I guess my backyard accommodates at least probably 3 parking spots. I'm also, my house is next to the public parking lot.
okay. I guess the only thing here, you've got the parking, it's a conditional use in the CBD. You still have some residential around you, and I think that's what becomes the concern with the Airbnbs is because we have on a number of occasions had real problems with, big parties come in and it's a wedding party or it's a bachelor party and no one's concerned about the neighbors. And I know they're not right on top of you, but there are people on 7th Street. There are some other people on Dayton Street, some other residential uses. So, so that would be monitored, that would be,
Well, I plan on, I'm not gonna leave Newport, so I would be, blocks away, and I know everyone around, so I'm sure if there were an issue, I would hear about it very quickly.
well, that's a good thing. So you know the neighbors.
Yes,
And,
I know everyone that lives on my street, on all those streets around.
okay.
I mean, maybe not on South Road, but I know everyone on Dayton. I know basically everyone on 7th.
Okay, so if you have someone that rents that is not abiding by the rules, yours or Airbnb's, because I know they also have, restrictions on that type of thing, then you're gonna hear from somebody.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's,
That would be my, but I mean, the one thing that does is we live off of the main street, so there is stuff that goes on by my house a lot.
right, but this is a conditional use, so, I mean, we do need when we, allow this, we do need to be concerned that, I know you're close to Monmouth Street and there is noise, I understand that, there are things that go on, but, we don't want anything that we're allowing tonight to contribute.
We don't want any raucous activity there.
And somebody
Please.
come back to us and say, you
You
approved
daggone
something
board
and
people."
they're not behaving, so. I mean, I think the fact that you're staying in the city and you do know the neighbors, it's not like you bought a house and
it's
you're
the
walking
only
away
house
from
I
it.
own. So I do feel fairly protective of it.
You will want to keep your house nice, yes, yes.
How many bedrooms are in the house?
It's 3 technically, but I have 4. There's like one that I just need to put a door on, and it would be 4. And then I also have a basement that, I mean, depending on, I'd like to finish and maybe add an additional one.
And it is our policy to notify all the residents of this application. And if there were any concerns, I'm sure they would be here today too. So,
And I'm assuming there's fire safety and is there anything that, because this is becoming more of a commercial use, does the city?
Yeah, so if this were to be approved, the owner would have to obtain any sort of rental license, occupational license, and then obviously any sort of construction work would require permits and inspections.
the rental license are approved in this district, so it'd just be a matter of applying for that rental license. Okay. And then somebody would inspect it, I guess. And,
Yes, that's correct.
right. I'm satisfied with that. Go for it.
Reasonable?
Read on.
And it is a nice house, so I know you don't want it torn
I'll
up.
have to drive by that house and check it out.
No, it's a nice, I saw it
4
being
bedrooms, that's a nice size.
remodeled, it's a nice building.
I'll make a motion to approve case number BA 2425 for conditional use permit to operate a short-term rental in the CBD zone. Based on evidence and testimony presented during the hearing, the board has found that the applicant will obtain all necessary approvals for the city, including but not limited to obtaining a Newport occupational license, rental license, and any necessary permits for construction and other alterations made to the building, and that the proposed building and use at the particular location is necessary or desirable to provide a service or facility which will contribute to the general well-being of the neighborhood or the community, and that such building and use will not, under the circumstances of the particular case, be detrimental to the health, safety, or general welfare of persons residing or working in the vicinity, or injurious to property or improvements in the vicinity, and that the proposed building and use will comply with any regulations and conditions specified in this ordinance for such building and use.
Yeah, I second that motion.
Will you pull the board?
Steve Matheson,
Yes.
Susan Whitehead,
Yes.
Rich Livingood,
Yes.
Stephanie Steffen.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Good. I know with the look that you handled it well.
Yes, yeah, we'll start there, yeah.
Yeah, me too. I like that.
All right, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I second that motion. I
All right. Let's,
Steve Matheson?
Yes.
Susan Whitehead?
yes.
Bruce Livingood?
Yes.
Stephanie Steppen?
Yes.
It's been a pleasure.